getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's good? Happy Friday. Good afternoon and welcome. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app, powered by Happy State Bank. We're watchable on TV, Fox 34 News now, YouTube, your Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, lots of ways to take us in. However you decided to do so, we are glad that you've made us a part of your Friday afternoon. Alongside Matt Estenson, I'm Chois Woodman. Ben Porman back behind the glass taking care of us. You can also hit us up if you'd like to. Your thoughts, your comments, your questions, all of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app, which you can carry anywhere with you, even listening out in What Cheer, Iowa. What's good, Matt? How are we?
Happy Friday.
Are you tired? Because I'm tired. I stayed up too late watching the Cowboys lose last night. So,
Sorry. I stayed up as well.
Watching.
I actually watched the game. So in my office, I've got I don't know, I think they're both 40-inch TVs. I got a 40-inch mounted on the wall, and then right under it I have a 40-inch. So I was hooping, and I have the game
hooping
on.
and watching the game.
On Saturdays or Sundays during the day, I'll just have two games ongoing.
Got it both going. Yeah.
So
it's a pro setup there.
I'm sorry you're tired.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll survive. Have an early game tomorrow. 11 a.m. Texas Tech kickoff with the Red Raiders and Kent State. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Big 12 in general. NFL as it gets fully underway this weekend. Cowboys fall short against Philly. Were you surprised at not at the loss for the Cowboys, but at the way the game went? Did you think the Cowboys were going to lose by more?
No, I actually would have picked for them to cover the spread,
which was, I think, closed at 7.5,
8, something like that.
Yeah.
Cowboys don't have a bad team. I do think the Eagles are much better than how they played last night. That was a weird start to the game.
Really weird start to the game.
Jalen Carter spit. What a idiot.
I mean, it embodies the Eagles, though. Not all of them.
I wouldn't put that on the
Jalen
Eagles.
Hurts
I think there's some class on the Eagles. Saquon seems to be a good guy. Like maybe the old Eagles, or maybe you're just an Eagle hater.
It embodies the Eagles fan base.
There you go.
And their coach.
Okay.
I think Sirianni's a punk, too. So
I can get down with that.
Yeah, no, because Jalen Hurts, I think, is a good dude. I think you're right. Saquon seems to be a good guy. There are good players on that team. Overall, I am an Eagles hater. Absolutely. But overall, I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the trashiest fans in probably all of pro sports.
Yeah. I don't know. New York fans typically frustrate me.
There's some bad ones. I just
Maybe
don't
it's just
think
the East.
the Eagles, they booed Santa Claus. Like, what's going on? Yeah. Jalen Carter, he's the same guy, right, that was popped for the driving issues at Georgia?
Yes.
Great human being.
Yeah.
Seems to be.
But more of the game, I think the Cowboys played all right.
Yeah.
Dak had a weird game. I mean, he threw the ball for 34 times, didn't eclipse 200 yards. No turnovers, though. There were some drops. That seems to be the big news. Your number one receiver had 3 drops. 2 if you don't include the last drop where he dove. But, again, that was a beautiful pass by Dak, and it hit CD right in the hands on that dive. I mean, it was in both hands, and to me, you want to be a top 3 receiver, you make that catch.
I was today years old to find out that Dak Prescott is turnover-free in Philadelphia. Like, has never thrown never thrown an interception, never lost a fumble in Lincoln Financial Field.
Would not have guessed that. But, I mean, he did have a 9-4 record against the Eagles going into last night, so he's been successful as a whole.
Yeah, Dak played fine.
Dak played well enough for the Cowboys to win the game.
Here's my problem with Dak, and I want to keep talking about the game a little bit. If you just ignore his contract, Dak's not a terrible quarterback. But when you put that number beside his contract, I expect when
you pay him like the best quarterback,
dominant 350 a game, 3 to 4 touchdowns, very minimal turnovers for the season. That's what I expect. If you don't put that there, Dak's fine. So Dak played fine last night.
Dak, you're exactly right. If Dak wasn't eating up so much of the salary cap, I think Dak could go win a team some playoff games and potentially play for a Super Bowl with the right people around him. I think he could, but the problem is you can't get the right people around him when you have such an enormous contract because you're that selfish as a quarterback. Now, that's nothing to do with last night. Dak played well enough for the Cowboys to win against the defending Super Bowl champs, but defense couldn't get a stop in the first half, and then you have the drops and you have the fumble by Miles Sanders, and you just had too many mistakes to beat a good football team. But all in all, I don't feel any differently about the Cowboys than I did going into tonight. Last night. I think there's a lot of people that probably do feel different about the Cowboys, saying maybe they're a little better than they thought. Chris Snead, I don't know.
Yeah, Dak played fine.
He's not here.
Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders did okay in the backfield. I think that's what you're going to see all season is a two-headed monster. You're not going to see a dominant down. I think you do need to get George Pickens more involved. You brought him over for a reason. You don't – I understand targeting your number one receiver 13 times, but you brought that guy over, and he is a deep threat. I mean, he can take the top off.
Bringing you the truth. Or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Friday, everyone. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Alongside Matt Estenson, I'm Chois Woodman. Y'all keep chiming in. Thoughts, comments, questions, everything welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Opinions, right or wrong? Can opinions be right or wrong?
I have an oxymoron. They're opinions.
Right, so the opinions can't be right or wrong? They're just opinions? I don't know. Because it feels like there's some wrong opinions.
Would you say your opinion is 2 + 2 is 4? That's factual, right?
That would be factual.
Okay, so opinions can be right?
No, my opinion, that's not my opinion. That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying, though. You said, can opinions be right or wrong? So that's...
No, facts can be right or wrong. I guess facts can't be wrong. I'm just confused.
It's a Friday.
It is a Friday. This from the chat line. IDK, UCal, Austin fans, and Dallas fans are pretty terrible. That's from McIntyre. I'm just talking about as far as true trashy fan bases. Philly's up there as the worst.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about, Jamie's daughter, in case he's looking to fire me on a Friday. No, I'm talking about the real ones that live in Philadelphia. I mean, if you've ever seen some of the videos that have come out of 9-year-olds cursing out adults just for wearing a different team's jersey or actually cursing out their own team too because they didn't like how things went. It's just
that'd be a good poll for us to do, the worst fans.
The worst fans out there.
And for us, like for Lubbock, and I'm talking, you can combine college and pro. A lot of people are going to say Austin.
There's going to be a lot there, yeah. And then you get into splitting of, okay, worst, is it trashy versus annoying? Because there are some really annoying fan bases out there that wouldn't consider necessarily as garbage as what they have in Philadelphia. So
I've been told, and I've heard watching various NBA players give interviews or podcasts or stuff like that Boston is a terrible fan base for the NBA due to
I believe that, yeah.
multiple slurs towards them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I went to a Celtics game.
In the Gardens?
It's been a long time, yeah. It's been.
You're not a fan?
Huh?
You're not a fan of the Celtics?
No, I don't. I'm neutral.
I'm
a Spurs guy. But I went to a Celtics game because I was in Boston. Man, it's been 15 years probably when I went. Enjoyed it. Actually, I was really tired, and it was actually a boring game. So it was a regular season game. Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets were playing them. Tell you.
Oh man,
how
that's
long that
long
was.
time
I said
ago.
it was 15.
Oh man, that's
plus
like,
years
what,
ago.
2002 to 2010.
I think the year was. I think it was
2008.
08, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think is when it was. Maybe 07. But yeah, I was tired because we did so many other things in Boston.
Did Melo still have the cornrows, or did he finally cut them off?
I think that was cornrows Melo. I believe so. Anyway, yeah, Boston fans. I remember we were driving in Boston and turning on a street. Oh, no, we were in a bus or a trolley thing. And the bus driver's turning onto a street, and this guy thought he had the right of way as a pedestrian. He punched the dang trolley and curses him out. And this is Boston. Jalen Carter was racing with the GA, who died along with an offensive lineman. Granted, he wasn't driving a car, but they were all drunk. I can't put their deaths on him directly, but that was the start of the Georgia snowball of speeding and racing. Yeah, so that was Jalen Carter. I don't care where it lands. You spit on me, and the bleep whooping is on. Bullfighter says spitting on someone and spitting towards someone feet away are completely different. It's still disrespecting the person, but spitting on someone is terms for throwing hands.
Well, and that's what
Yeah.
your buddy Clint walked in here to look for you.
Oh, did he?
Have that
I texted him back.
Discussion with you.
I mean, he can be wrong, and that's where
If
opinion is wrong, I guess, because
Yeah,
it's not close.
it's not close, but the point that I'll give Clint his credit is would you tell your child if they were spitting at somebody that's 20 feet away, you would scold them, right? You would say, do not do that, right? But as a professional, you can't let that dictate your reaction.
There are different levels of wrong. Dak Prescott was wrong for spitting in the direction of someone.
Yeah.
He's wrong.
But Jalen is more wrong for walking towards him.
It's like the difference between shoplifting and murder. There's massive gap there. They're both wrong, but one's way more wrong than the other. You don't spit on someone. You spit towards someone, it's majorly disrespectful and can instigate things. But, I mean, not even close there. Cameron says the poll needs to be for most feared fans. I would fear for my life in Philly. Maybe not my life, but getting beat up.
No.
I legitimately would be.
Because I'm not one of those spectators that go to a game and just absolutely get rowdy and
but
liquid couraged up. And
if you wear a opposing team's jersey, especially a Dallas Cowboy jersey in Philly, I mean, the stories are endless of what happens to those people. Like, if I wasn't Cameron's size, Cameron used to play rugby at Tech. If I wasn't Cameron's size, then I would be nervous to wear a Dallas Cowboys gear into Lincoln Financial Field, legitimately.
You'll be all right.
What about Chiefs fans in Vegas? Like, I can imagine Clint fearing for his life, coming across all these guys with the spiked shoulder pads and the war paint and just.
I feel like the Raiders fans lost their edge moving from Oakland to Vegas. I don't know if it's the same. Seems kind of posh in Vegas where it's mostly tourists that go to those games. But I don't know. Maybe. Philadelphia fans hate Santa Claus. That's from the chat line. Caping up for Dak, that's so unlike him to make excuse for his teams. I don't even like Dak, dude. If you actually listen to the show sometime, I'm much more of a Dak critic than I am a fan. So, caping up for, or more so scolding, Jalen Carter, that would probably be more accurate.
Yeah.
Cornrows Mellow, horse name. Nice.
Is Dak in your top 15?
Just
in current NFL quarterbacks.
He is.
Is he top 10?
He's borderline in that range. Yeah, I
9
mean,
to 12.
If we're sitting there going through, would I take Dak over here? There's more quarterbacks that I would leave behind Dak than.
Yeah.
But it would not be just a lot more.
Yeah.
Again, If he's
I'm
the
with you
10th
right
quarterback
there.
in the league and paid like the 10th, it's different. My disdain or frustration with Dak is that he has the ego of, I have to be paid as the top quarterback in the league. And that's what's
Jerry
handcuffed
has
the Cowboys.
contributed to that ego.
Oh, he absolutely has.
Because I think that any other organization would have told Dak a different story.
Hey, we'll go get a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I take that back because there's quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence gets paid,
He does.
and he can't
You don't like Trevor.
get out of his own way.
Someone says, I agree with Michael Irvin when he said the Eagles didn't win last night. Dallas lost the game. We should have beat the defending Super Bowl champs at their place. You had ample opportunity.
Couldn't score in the second half.
Couldn't score in the second half.
Couldn't score.
The fumble by Sanders was huge. Where that came, the CD drops. I mean, we're talking about different circumstances. But I know it was. Oh man,
I think
Snead hates this term. It was bad complementary football. When you were able to score with Philly when they were scoring, but once your defense finally gave you some stops, you couldn't contribute. So
bad teams in all sports have to win early because that's when things aren't right for the good teams. They're figuring it out. I think the Eagles will be much better this year. I think the Cowboys looked okay, but I still have the Cowboys finishing third in their own division. So I think I'm not calling them a bad team, but average to bad teams have to win early. The Cowboys needed to win that game yesterday because I think that as the season goes on, the Eagles will get better and the Cowboys will maybe get better, but I think they'll regress. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Sorry.
To me. No apologies necessary.
Don't spit at me.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Friday, everyone. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Matt Estenson here in the First United Bank studio. Y'all keep the thoughts coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We will get back to a handful of those here shortly. We'll actually talk some tech football, too.
Let's
promise. We should. Instead of Spitgate. We have to throw a gate on everything, right?
Okay.
Then we have to throw a gate on everything. Let's see. A couple more on the chat line before we move on.
So should the Tuck rule be changed to the Tuck Gate scandal?
Tuck Gate? I guess. If you think Dak's action was aimed at Carter, then maybe it's kind of acceptable, but it's always the second guy that gets caught and penalized. Hey, we saw that when on the whole face mask and another scrum from last night, too. If you spit at me, minimum, I spit back, but I'm probably throwing hands. Dak should be glad that didn't happen. Aside from a key injury, I question why anyone would expect regression from a team after the first game, especially with a quarterback that had a first action in over half a season and figuring out how to replace a massive defensive piece while slotting in a brand new defensive line piece last week. Just feels like someone anti-Cowboy or scorned by the Cowboys. Is that towards you?
Yeah. I am anti-Cowboy. I'm not gonna hide that.
Commanders will finish third. They got lucky last year a lot. Cowboys will finish 1 or 2 and make the playoffs. Wow. Nothing about last night looked like a team playing at their peak. Not sure why you would expect them to regress when so many new additions. I don't know what to think of the Cowboys. I'm jaded as a Cowboys fan. I believe they're middle of the pack as they usually are, so that's second or third in the league, around 500. So 8 or 9 wins.
New additions aren't always translate into wins, right? Miles Sanders has been bounced around on his third or fourth team now. Javonte Williams is a good running back, but he's just because when you get new additions, that means the team they run didn't want to re-sign them. So just think about that as you say new additions. That's how you get new additions, unless you trade for them. But when you sign people in free agent, it's because their current team felt they were not worthy of another contract. So, and Dak typically throws picks at the wrong time of the game throughout the season. So I don't think too highly of the Cowboys. What the Cowboys do have in their favor is a weak NFC.
There is two different topics I wanted to bring up to you because they both are in your wheelhouse.
There's not much in my wheelhouse, but go ahead.
Did you see EA Sports has dropped their thoughts of putting together a NCAA basketball game because 2K has linked in with more teams, and now 2K confirmed yesterday that the college basketball video game is in the works for 2027. Will you participate in said game if this comes out? Maybe.
If they could find a way just to incorporate it into one full game.
To do NBA and college.
Yeah,
hoops.
because these
games are already huge file sizes.
They're huge file sizes, and anybody that plays, it takes a lot to grind sports games now in general. Like the way you have to invest real money to try to actually play and have, be competitive. And like, I don't have that time. I think it would be fun. Yeah. But it's, to me, like there are people that bought NCAA football and Madden. I didn't buy either because I don't have time for multiple video games. But how do you play both games? It's a lot of time.
I bought the package that came with both.
Have you played Madden? I feel like NCAA football.
I've touched Madden like twice.
Yeah,
like it was quick. So yeah, it was probably.
If it can make money, then 2K or sporting video games, any video game, they'll do it.
So, college basketball fans, right now, copies of the NCAA basketball 2010 for PlayStation 3 are on eBay around $100 a piece. Xbox 360 version of College Hoops 2K8 is up on eBay around $65 on average. And it's like, these are really old games. And oh, man, people. No?
No.
But I think this will do really well. I'm just waiting on our college baseball video game. Let's go. Make it happen. Or incorporate it into the – I'm okay with that idea. Incorporating college into the – one game altogether.
I'll tell you what, if they did that,
I don't know if it'd make enough money. But.
And they slapped new games are $70, $65 for a PlayStation 5. You incorporate that as a downloadable content for $40, I bet you get plenty of people that would buy it, because then you don't feel like you have to play it at $70.
I don't disagree. I think you're probably right.
Yeah. Call me up, 2K.
The other topic that seemed in your wheelhouse. You're the biggest Patriots fan I know. You and Zach Sparkman. Did you see the report out today that Bill Belichick is banning Patriots staff from entering the Tar Heels program at all? This is nuts. This is not going to last in Chapel Hill very long.
Actually, on the way here, he's banned multiple NFL scouts from coming onto the campus.
Like, this is crazy. You can't do that as a college coach.
Bill won't last long in college.
No, he won't. He wants he is as my way or the highway guy as it gets. But
why do you think he went to college?
I don't know what the win is there. Maybe his girlfriend needed to take some classes.
Tuition? For his girl?
Yeah, that must be it. That was a joke, but I really don't know. What does he have to prove? And maybe that's it. It's just, hey, I'm the best ever, or one of the best ever at the NFL level. Got 6 Super Bowl rings. I want to go show everybody that I am actually a good coach, and that it wasn't all Tom Brady.
I was a huge Bill fan in New England, and I still like Bill. I don't have nothing against him, but his record before getting Brady is not good. Anything.
No.
Right? You could make the argument without Brady, he probably still wouldn't be a head coach.
Wasn't good post Brady either.
No.
I mean, he's.
They made the playoffs.
1 out of 3 years.
Yeah, you had a rookie quarterback. You made the playoffs, so you can cut some grace. But he does seem like a guy that it's his way or the highway. And you taking out NFL scouts when that's the whole goal of college athletes is to go to the elite levels. What are you doing? You should be using your connections to further push them to the NFL.
That should be the idea for Bill Belichick. Hey, he's got so many NFL ties, he's going to have an opportunity to show you how to get to the league.
That'd be my recruiting. Is, hey, I know everybody in the NFL.
Recruit. But we're blocking out NFL scouts? Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, Joey McGuire's talked so many times about how they want and have scouts in the building all the time over there. He talks about how that they want to listen to those scouts. What are we looking for? What do we need? What does this guy need? And he's got great relationships with those. And you're doing the opposite thing at Chapel Hill. That makes no sense at all.
And you just got beat down last week.
Ego. I mean, it is as big as it gets with Belichick.
Was that video, was that his girlfriend on the sidelines? Did you see that video?
I think it was, yeah. The memes that came out of it were great. Hey, can I have $20 for the concession stand? That one was, I think,
stay up late tonight and finish the game?
I think that was my favorite one. But
yeah,
wow.
I don't know. It won't. I don't think it'll last long there.
I don't either. I
think the season.
Does he get 1 year? One full year and that's it?
What if they get blown out the first 4 or 5 games? It wouldn't shock me if he finishes the season and then says this isn't for me.
I have no idea what the buyout is on his contract. That would probably be the biggest deterrent.
Oh, yeah, that is 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest deterrent for getting rid of him. But I'm sure it had. Actually, I do remember there was a buyout. Like it went from $10 million to $1 million for him, like on his side to leave early. There's a much bigger buyout if he goes back to the NFL than if he just leaves or goes to another college school. So
I think North Carolina messed up by letting Mac Brown. He retired, and then you went and got another guy that's just as old. Yeah. I think you should have went really young.
Yeah, usually you do have the opposite theory.
And tried to get somebody in there that's going to bring some new ideas to the game. But
yeah,
it's okay.
Pretty weird thing they got going right now. But if he goes and wins, if he turns things around, nobody cares. You can do whatever you want when you win.
Sure.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Friday, y'all. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. 100.7 The Score mobile app and yours at TSportsNetwork.com. We're on TV, Fox 34 News Now. YouTube, your Fire Stick, 950 on your AM dial. Lots of ways to take us in. However you're doing so, we're very happy you've chosen to make us part of your Friday afternoon. Alongside Jamie Lent, who joins us in the First United Bank studio. I'm Chois Woodman. Ben Porman across the way taking care of us. You can also hit us up. Your thoughts, comments, questions, all welcome on the Gates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Take it anywhere with you, even listen in and wanna lance it, New Hampshire.
Wanna lance it?
Yeah. I think that's what you say when you're wanting to hop on the horses and joust. That's what I was looking for. Could not think of the word joust.
So that's
Isn't that
jousting
Lansing?
is the same as lancing?
I don't know. No, that's in Michigan.
Why do I have lancing as like if you like make a slice in something? You lance it.
The act of using a sharp tool, a lancet, to pierce or cut something.
Okay. All right. So I did have that right.
Often, yeah. But I think that would also count. I think it is lancing when you're jousting, too. I think. Because you're still trying to pierce.
I know it's Lansing, Michigan.
Smack them. That is correct. Got that.
Thanks.
Or East
I'm
Lansing.
1 for 1 today.
Woo!
East Lansing, Michigan, yeah.
Which one's the one that has...
Is there a West Lansing?
I don't think so. East Lansing is where Michigan State is, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or is it just Lansing? I don't know. Honestly, don't care that much. Did you see the NCAA, Jamie, has voted for a single transfer portal window?
Yes.
Are you a fan of these changes? This is just college football, correct? Right now?
I assume so.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, so the date is going to be in January?
Yes.
And
January,
will it be after the playoff is over?
So you will have the proposed loan transfer window would be a 10-day period that opens January 2nd. So it is not after the playoff. 1 day after the college football playoff quarterfinals are completed.
And they have until when does it close?
Now, don't those other teams that are still participating still have that 10-day window when theirs is done?
That length?
Yeah, I think you still have until 10 days after your last game. So I think you would still have that.
So how long does it go? January 2nd till when?
January 12th.
Oh, 10 days.
Yeah, 10-day window.
10 days to enter the portal. And you have as long as you want to figure out where you're going?
Correct. You just have the 10 days to enter the portal.
You would think you would
basically until classes.
I was going to say, you would think you'd have to do it before classes start.
Which basically would be about January 12th in a lot of cases for if you're going early enrollee. It'd probably be 12th.
Doesn't tech start like the 20th now or something?
Probably.
It seems like it's way later.
Probably. But you have a couple of weeks probably to decide if you're in the portal. But this would eliminate other portal windows. So, in recent years, the portal is opened for underclassmen transfers in early December, immediately following conference championship games and bowl selections. In 2024-25, the window was December 9th through 28th. The spring portal was open April 16th through 25th. So they're just voting on this. This has not been passed yet.
Yeah, so basically a player would...
You don't get the spring portal as part of this.
Yeah, a player would have to decide after the season, and then after the season's over, if you don't decide to leave, you're quote-unquote stuck there.
So here's something you could see is you could see guys with their name in the portal and still participating in spring ball and not making a decision until after spring. So you could see them put their name in the portal in January if there's a question, and I think you'll see coaches still encourage that too, saying, hey, still go through spring ball with us, and if you feel like after this this isn't the right fit, then we'll go. I think you'll still see it. I don't think it'll necessarily change. I mean, it will definitely change timelines, but I don't think it'll change everything. But
it's funny because the article I read last night said, you're going to see a lot of coaches who are a lot more hard on their players in the spring now. Not if they're still deciding whether they're going to be there or not.
So if they stay in the portal, no, but they can't hop out of the portal and then go back in. They can't just do that. So you go in January, pull out, go back in April. So
you're going to have 2 million players in the portal that are just waiting to decide whether they want to go or not.
You may have a ton of players everybody just getting in the portal, and then we'll make the decision later.
Oh, my goodness.
And to your point, Choice, The Athletic came out with an article on this topic, I think just yesterday, if not 2 days ago, and Joey McGuire gave his thoughts on it. He's like, I want January. I want to get my team. I want to roll and get ready for winter conditioning, spring ball, and take the team into the fall.
But you don't know what your team is. If you can stay in the portal for 5 months.
But I don't think most coaches will operate that way, where they want their players, or they may not accept players to stay in there. They say if you go in, you don't have the opportunity to be here after the spring. So it's just going to be – I honestly don't know what it'll look like. But with everything, you will see loopholes and people attempting to take advantage.
No
However
question.
that looks like this time around, I don't know.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thanks for hanging on a Friday. Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent. You viewers from the First United Bank studio. Got Ben Horman across the way taking care of us. Keep hitting us up if you'd like to. We accept your thoughts, comments, questions on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Score predictions for the weekend. We'll go over some of ours here shortly. Right now, though, it's time for a question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
I liked your question of the day this morning, so I do want to bring that up again later. But this is going to be a Dallas Cowboys question. Jamie, Ben, our fine listening audience.
Yes, Dak started it.
I quit. Do you feel any different about the Cowboys season today than you did going into last night's game?
I was encouraged by the Cowboys last night. There was a lot of things that I liked that I didn't think would be as solid, a.k.a. the run game.
Yeah.
I thought the secondary, Diggs looked healthy and all that good stuff. They clearly shut down the Eagles' two stud receivers. They weren't very much studs last night. So I thought that part looked good. The new linebacking core I thought looked solid. But I'm going to tell you that I haven't changed that much in feeling like the Cowboys are just an average team. And the reason I am there is we talked about this yesterday. It's a rivalry game.
Yep.
You never know what's going to happen. That's A. B.
And it felt like a rivalry game last night. There was lots of scrums and
way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. B. The Eagles were missing their best defensive player. So I don't want to act like the Cowboys' run game is going to be awesome when their best run defender was out of the game.
Don't disagree.
Okay. So I just want to tap the brakes a little bit on that. So I guess I'm just not at the point where I thought Dak looked great last night, but I expected Dak to look good. I mean, I don't think he's a terrible quarterback. So I guess I would tell you my opinion hasn't changed that much, even though I liked what I saw last night.
Okay. Ben?
Like Jamie, I saw some things I liked, but it still doesn't faze me as far as the identity of this team goes. Like you could compliment everything you can about the run game, about how the secondary was serviceable and efficient, but at the same time, like, this is the team we've known for so many years. Now, I'll also say I really liked how they were able to go toe-to-toe with the Super Bowl champion and not pile up empty stats up until the fourth quarter like we've seen so many times. And I was real disappointed in the defense in the first half in the sense that Eberflus is a Marinelli disciple, and so therefore they were creating more opening running holes for Jalen Hurts. Because when we saw that under Marinelli's scheme, we're seeing guys like Mitch Trubisky, Josh Allen, Driscoll just run it down their throats as quarterbacks that aren't prone to running as much. Now, Allen, we're seeing more and more of that, but how the defensive line makes it to the backfield or is trying to come off of blocks, which will create an opening in the A gap, so to speak. So it creates more running space for the quarterbacks to get out in open space, slide for a first down, or maybe even take it to the end zone for all we know. But I do like the fact that they were able to keep it close with Philadelphia and not just let them total dominance on you throughout the bulk of the game, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're playing a game today. It's the fourth quarter. We got to say something now before it's too late. But I still firmly believe this Dallas Cowboys team is the one that we've grown accustomed to ever since Jerry Jones took the reins in 1994.
I think I'm with y'all. I don't change. My opinion was probably slightly higher than yours of them You were what? Somewhere between 6 and 8?
No, I think I'm an 8-9 guy. That would be my prediction.
8 or 9
But I think
wins.
really between 7 and 9.
7 and 9. And I was probably 8 and 10. I mean, 8 to 10 wins is where I've been. I could sneak into the playoffs, but not really do anything there. That's where I was before, and I don't really watching the defense in the first half. That really doesn't help change the opinion. I think you desperately did miss
Choice. I didn't think
pass rush.
Yeah, the defense looked terrible in the first half. It was just that.
You think it was Jalen Hurts making them look bad?
Hurts just made plays.
He did.
I mean, you got him to third down a bunch, and you.
But the number of times you don't even have a spy on him was.
Yeah, and you were getting in
bad.
the backfield, but then he was just. There was a couple Houdini acts, and then there were a couple where it was just wide open too. It was just. I mean, he went left one time, and it was like.
Yeah.
There's nobody for 20 yards.
This guy kills you with his legs, and we still haven't learned to maybe put someone there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You didn't play good complementary football there, obviously. Once your defense finally got stops, you couldn't convert, whether it was because of CeeDee Lamb drops or just not moving the football.
And that's not going to happen every game, and we all know he's a great receiver.
No, but, I mean, it did hurt you. Like, to beat a good team, you've got to make plays, and you've got to eliminate mistakes.
And
to beat a good team on the road, that's a little extra.
You had one of your best players have an off night.
I think he was good outside of the drops. He caught a lot of balls. There's been plenty of games where we haven't seen close to that many targets for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obvious you were trying to get him involved, and I actually thought Schottenheimer did a better job of getting him involved, one game sample, than McCarthy did it several times over the last few years, where there would be games where Lamb didn't get a target till the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there were things that you could say, okay, you can build off of that, but still nothing. I mean, you're not building this house on a rock, because it's not. It just still seems to have a shaky foundation.
And to your point on Schottenheimer is that this is a year of the unknown. Like, we don't know what he's capable of as a head coach. This is his first time, and didn't have a lot of superlatives going into this season. Like, he's known for the lineage, obviously, and that's probably the only thing that gets him a leg up or any type of positive say on what could transpire this season for his first time as a head coach. But at the same time, we don't know what this team's identity is at this moment. Now, once the season's over, we can have a conclusion and be like, okay, saw some things we liked, but we've been burned before.
Yeah.
Y'all chime in. That or otherwise. Shelly says, LOL, we need Ben to bust out that Karen voice more often.
The Karen voice.
This is unique. Yep. Definitely.
More voice characters. We need voice characters.
Did you
we
see
all have characters talking in our heads, so we might as well use them on the radio, right?
All the time. Did you see the Travis Kelce impression of Patrick Mahomes?
I did not. I heard about it, but I did not see it.
It was
pretty good.
Something.
Yeah.
Did you see Tyreek Hill's media day for Super Bowl 54 back in 2019?
I never saw it.
That was probably the most accurate I've seen to this day.
Okay. Jamie, did you where'd it go? Oh, did you happen to see the uni combo for the Red Raiders this weekend?
Oh, I have not. Well, surely it's white, right?
No, it's not white. I think they only did that a couple years where they wore white. I think you have to have special permission to wear white at home. Like, you have to submit that to the NCAA. I believe.
To the NCAA or just to your opponent?
I think it goes to the NCAA. You have to have, if you're going to do something, LSU has their little grandfathered thing in. Kind of like the Cowboys.
Yeah, because the NCAA needs to know all about that instead of just talking to the opponent.
I could be wrong on that rule. Maybe it is just the opponent, but no, I think UIL is the one you have to wear it. If you wear a different color, like an alternate, you have to submit to them. I don't know why you can't just communicate with opponents on these things and be like, we're going to wear this week.
So spit it out. What color?
Black, red, black. The classic look.
Okay.
I'm a fan of this look. I thought last week's looked really good, too.
I really like it.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Friday, all. This is the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent here in the First United Bank studio. Appreciate you joining us on this Friday. Ben Portman across the way. You can watch us on TV, Fox 34 News Now. Take us in via the mobile app or at doubletsportsnetwork.com. However, wherever you're joining us from, we are glad that you've chosen to make us part of your Friday afternoon. Take that mobile app anywhere with you, even listening out in Brainardsville, New York.
Brainardsville?
Brainardsville.
Didn't think there was a lot of brain going on there in New York, Choice.
Whatever, Jamie.
So close to Philadelphia.
No, it's not that close. It's still a good 3-hour drive. Is it longer than that?
From New York City to Philly?
Yeah, your daughter made that drive, didn't she?
My 2 daughters made it twice this summer.
Golly.
But they took a train, so I don't know how long it took them.
We need more trains in Texas.
Yeah.
We do. I would love, like, bullet trains.
Mm-hmm.
The thought of being able to get to Dallas on a bullet train
dude,
super
I'd be
fast.
all about that.
Oh, my gosh, it'd be amazing. Yeah. That and, just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make it happen, whoever is listening, Greg Abbott or whomever else. Jamie, the Texas Tech Red Raiders play the Kent State Golden Flashes.
Hot team.
They are 1-0. That's much better than they were the previous 22 games.
There will be no flashing.
Hopefully not.
Hope Chuck's listening.
Yeah, have we alerted Chuck to this is just an eagle? That's all this is.
Isn't there
an eagle named Flash?
Isn't there something about when you're older, it's like your golden era or something?
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
That's not what we meant by golden flash,
this
Chuck.
Is Chuck's team. Holy cow. Didn't know that. They did have a tight one with Merrimack last week. But they won it.
Shows a team that knows how to get the job done.
21-17.
Find a way.
One common theme I think I heard when I was just kind of listening through players and coaches this week and what they had to say about Kent State.
Players or theirs?
Ours.
I was going to say, you listened to their players?
No, I was not. Not that deep of a dive. That would be some serious homework there.
I was so proud of you, Choice.
Yeah, I was listening to their players, Jamie.
I was actually going to, send you for medical attention, but...
No, listening to our players talk about Kent State was that they apparently play much harder than they did last year. Don't know if that's going to make that much of a difference, but they've got a new coach, I think, since April, I think is when Mark Carney took over there.
Just an interim, right?
Yeah, he's an interim coach. But listening to the players talk, and 3 of them, I guess, have played against this team, played against them last year. Okay. Skylar Gill-Howard at Northern Illinois. And then your 2 Miami of Ohio players, Reggie Virgil and Will Jados, both played them last year. But this, like last week, this is not about the opponent. This is about what you see from Texas Tech. And one big piece of news this morning, from Pete Thamel is that he reports Baron Morton's going to get the start tomorrow. After Coach McGuire in the coaches show last night said he would be surprised if Baron didn't start based off his progression this week, I kind of expected that.
Sure.
But you get the announcement from Thamel. So are you good with this? Were you wanting to see Baron Morton sit out and just make sure he's 100% healthy?
I'm great with this because I think that Joey McGuire and Mac Leftwich and everybody else that's associated with that program and the coaching staff, if they thought there was any chance that Baron was going to, because he's not 100% or whatever, put himself in a bad spot to lose him for the season, they wouldn't be doing this.
Completely
and so
agree. Yep.
Obviously they think he's in a situation where he's just fine and he can go and not they have to worry that he can't protect himself or he can't move to get out of the way or he could, hit it and it be more prone to being a serious injury. I just don't think they would do that if that was the case. So I'm thrilled he's out there. Again, I've told you guys I'm really rooting hard for Barron. I feel like he's I just feel like he's been doubted by so many nationally, within the conference, whatever, and I'm really rooting for him to prove them wrong. So I want him to be out there so he can put up numbers, so his numbers can be better than everybody else's or close to being better, whatever. And he can prove that he is one of the best quarterbacks in this conference.
We saw last year the coaching staff hold Taj Brooks out of a much more important or tougher game than this one in Game 2 because they were concerned about how it would affect the rest of the season. So I completely agree with you that if
we're certain that the coaching staff held him out?
Coaching staff and trainers, I guess, and doctors. I mean, they made the collective decision, I guess, that it was not best for Brooks to play. That was my understanding, at least, that he could have actually further injured his arm had he played against Washington State. So I do think so that's where I'm saying I agree with you. If there was concern that Barron Morton's not going to be able to play in future games because you could re-injure this or make it worse, then I have no doubt in my mind he wouldn't be playing in this game because you should be able to win this. Will Hammond should be able to win this game with one hand tied behind his back.
Wow.
Man, that's probably a little disrespectful towards the Golden Flashes. But
that's right. No golden flashing.
I forgot to say, with all due respect, and then it would have been okay if I said that in front of it. My bad. My bad, Kent State alum and Nick Saban.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.